Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Time Trial Challenge, where we are not the Rolling Stones and time therefore is not on our side. That said, it's been going fairly well so far, but mistakes have crept in here and there, brought on by the strict time limits we face on each level. And the next level is going to have a time prestige as well, because time to get disguises is on the list. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. But must be done. So where is time to get disguises going to be a problem for us? I feel like Whiston Creek is standing out as a showdown location because the last one we did was in China. So we've got a choice of 3 levels right now. Chongqing, Dartmoor or Santa. My eye is drawn to Dartmoor because there's only 2 targets, it's a fairly small level, so time to get disguises might be fine. Oh, only use 1 disguise though, that would basically give us 2 minutes to clear. Well, it'd give us 4 minutes or so to clear the level, wouldn't it? 2.5 minutes from when we start to getting disguise number 1, and then 2.5 minutes to take out our other target, which is sufficient. So let's do it. Let's do Dartmoor. We are free to use whatever tools we might desire. Oh no, our pistol of choice is over here now, isn't it? Now that we're a banker. Well, we're king of cards, but we're banker adjacent. Possibly a Karma, as well as our usual wrench lockpick seeker combo. And you can't really go wrong with ducks. Let's bring a prox and a remote, and that should be more than enough to get the job done. And we are upstairs, right up at the tippity top, which is good. I was hoping that we wouldn't begin way outside, and it seems that's the case. Gregory Carlisle is below us in the sitting room, and Nicholas Roberts, I guess, I would say Robert, but we're in Dartmoor, is over in the graveyard. Where in the graveyard are you, friend? You're out of sight. That's unfortunate. I guess we can't draw your attention over there with a bullet, can we?
Dig this place.
Oh, wait a minute. Bullet impact notice. You gonna stroll over this way, friend? Yeah, he is.
First time here? Yep. Yeah, it's impressive, alright.
Free. Can we hit him from here? Oh, we shot him. Do we need to shoot lower, or are we just having a hard time because he's so far away? I'm sure at least one of those shots connected. No, he does seem to be pointing his gun at us. It's like he knows where we are. I think he's coming this way to try and do us in. That's good. Now, where are our men down below? There's one of them wandered off to the side somewhere. Because our man there is approaching. Yes, he wants to come upstairs and see what all the trouble is about. So we could potentially take his outfit. I was going to get a bodyguard outfit, but if he's going to come all the way up to where we are, then why not get his? Oh, he's bringing up a friend though. That makes it less ideal. But still doable. Okay, there are multiple guards coming up from down below though, by the look of it, so maybe we're best off hanging out here.
Is he some kind of Houdini?
Although, feeling spicy. Let's just bop him in the head. And let's grab that outfit. Good. And some gun, because why not? Cool, so Gregory Carlisle then. It's not often I use that trick to lure guards by shooting a bunch of bullets in their general direction. But it's worked this time, so that's nice. Yeah, I think we'll come over here. And then we'll climb up. That guy is kind of in our way more than anything. So down he goes. And down we go to ground level. We've got about a minute to find and deal with Gregory. It shouldn't be hard. He's just on the ground floor somewhere. There he is. Is he underneath that? No. Probably made him poo his pants though. So that's nice. Can we not see him there? No, we can't. Okay. We've got 20 seconds left. Ample time. And he's just sitting down again. He's rather relaxed about everything that's going on. Down he goes. Time limit has been met. And there's no witnesses, so we're doing alright. There is a safe in the house. Do we want to try and get that on our travels? Or are we content with what we've done? Let's hide in this bush for a moment, because Gregory's body will have no doubt caused a stir. Where was the safe? It is in Zachary's room. Okay. That's fine. That is generally a room that not many people hang out in. Maybe one person, just like tidying up or something like that. Although no, it looks as though it's pretty empty, in fact. We did see whilst we were upstairs that Alexa Carlisle is around and about on the level. That might mean that she comes this way at some point to have a chat with her dead bro. But we might be in and out before she can make it here. I feel like there might be a clue here. There might be one outside though. Yes.
A hidden door.
A hidden door. Yeah, I worry that the next clue is like just in the corridor out here. And thus we can't get to it without difficulty. So she is hanging around out there. We might have to use a duck. Cool. Grab our dosh, out the door, and down the ladder. It'll cost us a duck, but we'll get that back. I've no doubt. And as it stands, we're looking at a perfect run. We do have enforcers around about. We've probably also got a supplier not far away. Yeah. But I think we can afford to live without a supplier, although there's also a courier. I find myself more willing to do side stuff like safes and couriers on a time trial level because the level itself doesn't take very long. At least it doesn't if it's done properly. So maybe we go and find courier friend. Is there a camera up here? There often is. Doesn't look like it today. Yeah, there's one. Fairly sure we're not being watched. But yeah, everyone is an enforcer for this outfit on alerted, it seems. So we'll have to tread carefully. We don't want to lose 1,000 mercies for no witnesses just because we were trying to get 1,000 mercies for a courier. I mean, we could just shoot everyone, but still.
A lot of important people will be here.
And the woman
No, is it you?
It's too bad we're not allowed to tell. That would make a great story.
It's you. Karma, karma, karma. Chameleon. He's fainted. I'm sure it's nothing. And we are now headed in the direction of supplier friend, so we may as well have a look and see what they've got if we're going back in this direction to the exit. Pistols, sniper rifles. It is a piercing sniper rifle and silenced.
Just come back.
So it's a particularly valuable tool when you're building up the arsenal again. Now, can we get past this man? We can. Looks like a perfect run. So that's how we like to start the day. Get back old Ducko. And now, timed silent takedown. Blurg. Where is that taking us? We've got 3 on Santa Fortuna, 3 on Chongqing. So either way, we've got quite a few buggers that will need to be taken down. What else have we got? Unsilenced pistol kill. Don't get caught on camera and destroy camera. That's generally fine. Alternatively, we've got destroy surveillance, eliminate guards with a sniper. Only use 1 disguise on Chongqing. That's awful. I think Santa Fortuna. We'll get our other alerted map out of the way. So we need an unsilenced pistol. We don't have the striker or El Matador, so it's just got to be an ordinary sort of one. So Rude Ruby seems like a good bet because it looks cool. Aside from that, we'll take some of the usual sort of stuff like the Banker's Silent Pistol, and we'll grab the old Wrench Lockpick Dart Gun combo, and then ducks again. When every level has the same challenge, like Time Trial, you do find yourself using the same solutions a lot of the time to the problems that you face. But this time we've only got space for 1 explosive unless we bring a micro remote, which we could, but no. I think we'll be fine with what we've got. Now let's just hope the targets aren't all on opposite sides of the map to one another. Okay, we're starting over here. Are we looking at Embrace of the Serpent maybe? Either way, we've got a lot of targets about the gaff. We've got one over there near Franco's hut, and then we've got one who is on the lower floor of the mansion. Finally, we've got one who's upstairs near the cartel hangout. So we've got a bit of running to do. Up there, you are just a regular guard? Okay. I thought for a moment you might be thingy. One of the workers, but you're not, so that's fine. I guess taking him out from in here might work. But I don't think we'll use a loud gun for that. He's going over there, so... Oh, we got his attention. And then we got him good. So next stop is the mansion. We could get a mansion guard outfit, but that would make us sus in the eyes of a lot of folks, including our target. Can we get P-Power to come over here? Is that an option?
No.
I feel like it's going to be the woman rather than
I cannot
P-Power.
accept when people are just throwing things around like this. Find out what the hell is going on, please.
Yeah, okay.
Bonk. Is that going to count as a silent? Good. Get in the box. Now, Mr. P, would you like to join us out here as well? Or are we going to get the shaman? That would be unfortunate.
Copy that.
Hey, it's P-Power. Good. Cool, so there's an outfit. Doesn't really matter if he gets found because he's not going to make his way into the mansion at any point, so he's not going to realise that we're wearing his clothes. Well, we've got destroyed cameras, haven't we? And we know where there's generally a couple of cameras. This won't allow us into the basement of the mansion though, but that's cool. We'll just take someone else out and get like a waiter outfit or something. So. Camera. I suspect we'll get frisked on the way in. So we'll sneak in over here. And we should be good to get past a lot of these people. There's a camera there. We're not too worried if we get caught on camera though, because we can just take them out. It's nice to be able to wander in there for a change, rather than have to worry about going around the sides. Now, downstairs is where we want to be. Might be
You
trespassing.
need to be extra careful around your
Okay, we're
family.
hostile down
Mr.
here.
Delgado got some important pictures of things.
This letter
Huh?
from Hector to Martin.
Right, that didn't quite go according to plan. Where's our target? They are just there. Okay. So maybe we're doing alright. Yeah, people saw that.
Sure, I understand.
Oops. That's not the way out. That's the way out. Cool. So we've got a couple of minutes. Although we've only got 34 seconds for a silent takedown. Is anyone going to notice if we tonk that man? Seems not. Camera there.
Oh,
And our last
I
target
love
does
this
need to be
photo. Recon
an
it in
unsilenced
ways.
pistol. We're generally not allowed in here. So let's see. There's our man. Where's that camera that's apparently above us somewhere? Is it going to notice us? I mean, it is.
Whatever you say.
But that's cool.
Holy shit. You hear that voice? It sounds like somebody's got a new toy.
So,
On it.
we did get caught on camera there. But it's not saying destroy recorder or anything like that. So maybe we got away with that? We are probably going to destroy a recorder to be on the safe side. But still, might not be 1,000,000% necessary. The main thing is we've taken out 3 targets in under 6 minutes. So they're going to roam around and look for the perp. They might have already given up actually, which is I find odd because not only was it an unsilenced pistol shot, but there is a body just hanging about. But they don't seem terribly concerned. Oh, those guys spotted me. Are they more attentive than anyone else? So there's that last camera. Maybe they haven't seen the body. Maybe he's considered hidden, even though he's like not terribly hidden at all. Excellent. There's no radio. Which version of the map is this then that doesn't have a radio there? Curious, to say the least. So there's a handful of enforcers there. But that's okay. Our man still hasn't been spotted. I'm surprised that she hasn't spotted him. But it seems like she's not going to. I guess he's just about out of her sight. We could switch into his outfit to avoid being viewed with hostility downstairs. Yeah, she's just roaming about again. So we will borrow his pants. Now we can roam back down here without too much suspicion on us. Although, we're probably not allowed in there without suspicion being on us. So maybe it is necessary to get a guard outfit. I'm surprised that down here in general. I guess, yeah, down here in general isn't hostile for waiters because parts of it are places that they have to go to. But I would have thought maybe this corridor was considered off limits. No, there is a camera somewhere. I don't think that's a huge problem. We just lure this man around the corner. And then with him out the picture, we are free to try and enter the Vanisher's office. And we'll see if that's allowed for a waiter, because if that's allowed for a waiter, then that's going to become a go-to strategy going forth. Yes. Wow. So he doesn't really turn his back though, so we still probably have to do the usual job of knock people in here out. But it's nice to be able to come in here without enforcers.
Puta madre, come on.
Waiter's outfits are the best. We need to get in the school on Morocco. Waiter outfit. Need to get into the Vanisher's room. Waiter outfit. Need to poison people. Yep, you guessed it. Waiter outfit. Can't go wrong. And we can't now be caught on camera, so this is going to be a perfect run. Unless we expire on our way out. Where's the safe? It's only one floor up. There it is. I'm not hugely familiar with this safe, but that's two of the clues. What?
This is undoubtedly ventilation in the
The heads were jammed where? Let's not question it. Let's just look around for our third clue. Just outside somewhere, maybe. Excellent. So, she's not paying much attention, so I think we'll get away with this. That's a bit more cash. Now, where are couriers? There's one just out front somewhere. That appears to be our lot. So there's no reason why we can't try and snag them on the way out. Well, we got two gardeners with their backs to us and two guards that patrol. So those two guys passed us. Wonderful. Yoink. Bit more cash. Someone's already found that body, I believe. In the old looks like an accident speech that they were given. But that doesn't matter to us because we're on our way home with a second perfect run. Wonderful work, Mr. 47. So with the alerted maps out of the way, technically you'd say that's the hard part dealt with. Ooh, hide and seek. But because we've only got one disguise on Chongqing, the hard part could be still to come. Eliminate guard sniper as well. Destroy surveillance recorder, which we often do as part of our general day-to-day duties. Might be required if we're going into places where our disguise doesn't work. So, any old sniper will do. We'll bring the Viper. There is one courier, so again we'll bring both dart guns. That doesn't leave any room for explosives though. We haven't used a Seeker at any point. So do we even need it? It's not as though we're hiding people or evading suspicion. Maybe we're better off with ducks. Yeah, there are some problems in this game that don't actually get solved by having a Seeker in your pocket. It's daytime. It's not actually raining, so put your brolly away, 47. Where are we going? We have a target who is way down in the bottom of the facility. And then we've got a John Doe and a Hanju. So where are you at, John Doe? You are in what, a lower level of the block? Yeah, it seems that way. And Hanju is just hanging around outside. So, do we go down first, then up, or up, then down? Up first might be good. The block might just be generally quiet.
People like us for that sort of thing.
There's some folks up here, for sure.
Only want people like us. The
Like
flag
that guy.
says so.
What version are we on here?
That means it's too dangerous for rich people.
Oh, I'm going. This is my
You are a police officer, which would suggest Noodle Massacre. But I'm pretty sure I don't have that because I turned it off at one point and I didn't really want it on because of the whole sniper thing. I wasn't a fan of the sniper. So our target is not a million miles away. There's a couple of guards down. Let's see. Maybe it's just the rage, but with some different guards.
Please, help! Whoa! Guys, help me or I'm dead!
Cool, so that's a guy down. Out the window. Nothing to do with us, Gov. Into a bin. Unusual behaviour, to be sure. But again, nothing to do with us. Excuse me, fellows. Definitely not leaving a restricted area, because why would I be in a restricted area? I'm a cool guy. Now, there's our next target. Where do we want to take him out from? And how are we going to make our way down into the facility without getting murked? Alright, can we ping our man from here? Not with these shots we can't. We can whip them down a bit at a time. Should just whipped out the sniper rifle, really. But now I'm stubborn. How many shots does this man need? Heck with it. Just because I've sunk a lot of cost into that doesn't mean I have to continue that way. There we go. That was clearly the sensible option. And now we are trespassing. But in we go. And we haven't used an outfit yet. This is good. So, it's the splitter. I think we will bypass this man if we
You
can.
got cash? I might have something to sell.
We can unlock this.
Access granted.
Oh, he's coming in. Shit. Hello. Brig. That's fine.
There he is! I see him!
No, you don't. You don't see shit. Okay, you might see shit. Now, spy friend, kind of getting in the way.
He's down! I repeat, VIP is down!
Cool. Okay, we're getting away with this.
Hey, what could I interest
Yeah,
you
you
in?
stay chill,
Got
spy friend.
cash?
We've got a couple of minutes to get to the bottom of the facility. Oh crap, I need to hide. Geez, that was close. Right. We're chill. We're cool. Everything is fine. Life is good. Down we go. These guys are chill with us.
Cream of the crop.
I am the cream. Definitely not a blundering fool. There's our target. No one else seems to be in the vicinity. No one's watching through there. Down she goes. And let's think. We haven't got any dongles, so we should probably just make our way back upstairs. Security recorders up there. Those two guards are chill with us as well. Time to hide and seek is no longer relevant. Maybe we get one of those guards out there to come in.
Yes.
And we snipe our third guard. Cool. It's going well. Minor snafu on the way. But generally speaking, it's going well. Let's just avoid any enforcers up here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's no security there, is there? But that's fine,
Each clone is
because
a
we've got
perfect replication
the splitter's office. That's where the security recorder is. So if we just make our way to there instead. Wonderful. There is a safe somewhere on the map as well, so we'll grab an explosive golf ball just in case that's required. And we haven't got the right outfit for upstairs in the block, but that's fine because we'll just murk anyone who gets in our way. It's worked so far. Where were the couriers? There was one courier, wasn't there? They are on street level, it seems. Splier's just chilling.
Sure.
What's he got for us? Let's just buy a little pistol. That'll be fine. Ah, that dead policeman's been found. Okay. I don't know why there's guard up there all of a sudden, unless they're dragging bodies up there. That might explain matters. So we are almost certainly not allowed in here. Okay, our boy Ray just found a gun somewhere. Yep.
Sorry, sir. Got orders. Can't let you through. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, that guy can't let me through. And there's old Rage guarding the way as well. So maybe it's smart to sneak in through the top of the block. Yeah, still street guards up here. But we do have a rather effective problem solver on our back. We don't even need to solve this problem though, do we? We could just walk past them. So maybe we do that. You two get to live today. There is one on the roof. Does he get to live? Why not? In the box with you, friend. And then over there, we've got more police officers. Yeah, this is something I've not seen before then, is that the block has a bunch of police officers guarding it around and about in the place of, well, nobody on the Rage version of the map, I guess. Might have to indulge in a little bit of murder and mayhem to get to the safe. Now, where's our courier anyway? They weren't far from here. 2 more guards down there. I guess those were the guards that we saw before, and the courier is elsewhere on the other side of the block. Now, what about you two? Possibly we could avoid murking these guys as well if we felt like it. I'm fairly sure that guy wouldn't notice anything untoward. But then it's just the work of a moment to get rid of this guy, so let's do it. And he hasn't been immediately found. Possibly because he's landed up there. There are... yeah, there's multiples up there, so it's like basically all the block guards have just been replaced 1 for 1 with police officers, it seems. We can live with that. I assume it's just trespass up here.
Sir, you're not allowed here.
Yes, it is. Okay.
You're good for now.
Maybe they're on different patterns, because I don't recall a guy normally walking over there, but maybe he's just walking this way because I was trespassing. Either way, it's made my life a bit easier. Oof. Painful. What happened to the second guy? Did one of them bounce off and hit all the way down at ground level? Maybe. Oh well. The main thing is none of them are a problem anymore. Oh, there we go. One of them's fallen far enough to be found. Can't get the attention of those two, it seems. But we have ways of getting their attention, albeit briefly. Oh yeah, we got a new duck pistol, didn't we? But no, we'll stick to the signature weapon. Well, the current signature weapon. I have lots of signature weapons.
Right before my eyes. You have to get the killer.
Come on, down you go. This guy's just asking for trouble. So there's that for him. And then the safe is upper floor. This is hostile. It's not even just trespassing, it's full hostile.
Hello, security.
It's still relatively quiet inside. Okay, that's fine, that's good. So what's going on the tippity top floor? There's some block guards. This one appears to be the only one who's guarding the safe. So it should be a straightforward job to get this done, and then we'll just look at courier. Loads of money. Now, Courier is on the opposite side of this building, so let's work our way across. I'm thinking we might be able to snipe them with a Karma from up here. And then we just have to stroll down to them and help ourselves to their goods. There's that crate. Wonderful. So we've got a man. And then as we go down, we're not seeing that many more men. Courier is just down and about. Good. They're in what looks to be a public spot. Maybe we climb out the window here. Lurking behind someone else though. Could be a tricky little shot. Maybe I'll wait for them to stand up again. There we go. Body immediately found, of course. Let's toss our briefcase down.
Hey! What was that?
Yeah, it was nothing. And now he's going to pop over and wake up Courier, but she's going to forget to pick up her loot. We'll take care of it for her, because we're kind like that. What are you looking at? You didn't see a briefcase. Go on. Shoo. And yeah, we're back to normal over here. So, that cash is ours. This moped is ours, at least temporarily. And that's another perfect run. So the showdown awaits. I didn't really look at the challenges that were on it, I just knew it was the showdown by default. But we have got Ice Pick or Katana, or Eliminate during Tell. The Tells being Smoker and Sweet Tooth. So, could possibly start a fire. We've got 10 minutes to take care of our target. We need to blind a guard, and poison a guard, and destroy a surveillance recorder. So that's all perfectly doable. Flash phone is my blinding tool of choice. We'll bring both of our dart guns, I think. We don't need to worry about hiding people, so we could just drop a duck in front of our target if we bring one along. But let's see. No, actually, we're not going to bring a duck along, are we? Because we're going to bring an ice pick. Because I would have taken Eliminate during Tell if our target ate or drank, but because they don't, we can't poison them. We will grab a pistol, as usual, and then I don't think we need to worry about that final spot in our inventory. We're looking for a Baldy with a hat and glasses. Should be a reasonably straightforward challenge. Whistleton Creek is one of the better maps for showdowns, of course, especially on alerted maps. Because on alerted maps, you've got the abundance of civilian outfits lying around. You've got the ability to peer over fences and see what your targets are up to without actually having line of sight with them. Lots of reasons why Whit Creek is very popular for the old showdown. And with time trial as well, it's great because it's a rather compact map. Are you bold? Well, you've got big old earrings, so you are not the one. We've got one in the Cassidy property at least. We've got one in the house.
There's clearly no more gas on it.
There's a lookout apparently around, but you've got no hat, so it's not you. Where else are we looking? Back garden for a couple. That's probably also where lookouts are congregating.
Your house is so beautiful.
Let's see. You're smoking.
Did you know that
You've got
in the world is the Rafflesia
glasses.
Hi.
You've got a tattoo. You are very much like the target. You're not, because you've got grey hair. So you, I'm going to mark up, just for safekeeping. But we have 2 targets left to check out. One is still in the Cassidy property, one's over in the west. Maybe we can peep them over the fences and see what they're doing. Is that them going up the stairs? Yeah, they've clearly got hair. And they're drinking something, so it's not them. That leaves 1 target to check out. So the Cassidy property is open to one and all, by the look of it. And there's a man. Okay, I guess it's not open. Let's see. Is that a tattoo? It is. I think you're bold with glasses, so you could also be the one. If you could, like, sneeze or something so I can knock you off the list, that would be excellent. But you can take your time. We've got 8 minutes left. Maybe it's wise to Seeker the Assassin, just to get Poison Guard out of the way. A couple of folks over there having a meeting. I didn't catch what it was about, but neither of them are a potential target. So, there's Mrs. Wilson on her travels. Keeping an eye out for ne'er-do-wells, probably. I'm sure she won't find any around here. What are you doing, man? I thought you might be about to have some food or something, but it doesn't look like it.
If the horse has one front leg in the air, the person died as a result of the wound. If the horse has all 4 legs,
I just heard an NPC chatting about that statue nonsense that I was talking about a number of videos ago, back when I did the Germaphobe challenge, I think. Where you got horses with their feet in the air or similar things. It's curious to notice that they were waffling about the same bollocks that I chat about sometimes. Now, you've got one of our tells. Are you going to display the other one? Are you going to have a smoko? Because our other target also had one of the tells. Ah, no, you're reading. Okay, so we know it is, in fact, the woman we marked earlier. She is now in the Janus property. If she's going to spend a lot of time in there, then it might be nice if we could get there too. The fact that this property doesn't have anyone in the back garden makes me suspicious that we're not going to be able to take the secret door. We can sneak in without this woman noticing, and yeah, the secret door's not there. Okay. So if we want to get into Janus's house, we're going to need to hop fences or similar. Also, who just spotted us then? I guess the one just spotted us through the fence. But what if we came in here and lured a guard into this shed? But there is a guard just there.
Strange.
Get the old karma ready. That's a guard poisoned. And we'll chuck him in a box. We'll replace our suit with a slightly less impressive one. And now there are enforcers, of course. There's lots of enforcers, but that's fine. There's our target. Oh. Where's she going now? She's off back that way. Whoop. Nah, you haven't seen shit, mate. She's alarmed by this, but not terribly so. Not enough to cause her to panic or anything. So she should make her way back outside. One would hope. And then maybe we seek her to get her somewhere quiet. Then we ice pick her. We could just ice pick her here and now. There are a lot of armed guards around. So she's coming this way. I guess what we could just do, if she's coming around here, is we just lure her a bit. If she hears this, that is.
Huh?
You heard that, right?
there.
Yeah, you did. Good.
This
I don't think anyone's watching us.
happens again, I swear I'm gonna make. What the fuck? Don't do that!
Decent last words. And with her out of the way. Well, what's our next step? We could go back in the house and down into the basement, actually. We could do that. We could also chuck her through a window just to tidy up. We don't want to cause any trouble for ourselves later by having someone stumble across the body and then have a whole bunch of guards running to an exit with a suspect in tow and crossing our path. That would be unfortunate for us. But what if we pop back in here? Can we navigate this man to get to the basement? Well, if he comes around here, we can't.
Mr. Bodyguard.
It's twice now this guy's seen us. Maybe this is a good time to just race around and get past him. Ooh, it's looking a bit bright down here. Oh, hello. Now, as for you, I don't know if running away is the best bet or if that's the best bet. I would have blinded you if you hadn't just, like, been right there. But you forced me to take matters in a more drastic direction, so sorry about that, friend. But that's what you get for doing your job properly. I suppose we can just blind a guard upstairs, can't we? Oh, safe's upstairs in this building as well. So maybe we also go up there. So that's the safe on every level today, which is unusual. Let's get the wrench ready because there's a man there. Safe is right up above us. Yeah, that wasn't subtle. But it didn't have to be. There's a man approaching, but I don't know if he's going to come in here. So what we got? 3 guards on this floor, one of whom is an enforcer. Are there any more clues on this level? There's one. And then the third one could well be upstairs. There it is. Good. Just realised I quite forgot about the time limit, but obviously we've beaten it by a fair margin because it's 10 minutes on Showdowns. That might be our biggest obstacle to the time limit challenge, is that I just get sidetracked by stupid stuff. Now, everyone up here is a guard, so we can just toss the phone out there. Doesn't matter which of our friends sees it. It might cause an explosion though that annoys people, so maybe we hide back up in the attic for a moment whilst we detonate it. Go on, friend, pick it up. I don't think they'll be alerted for very long, but it does cause a explosion and it can attract people's attention. There we go, you see. Chummo there has got his gun out, and now they're going to relax. Oh, someone else has spotted the phone on the floor. So that person is now the one who is trapped in the let's pick it up and not move again loop. So I guess I properly understand now how that works. It's like, it's not the person that you flash, it's the first person who finds the remains of the phone after it's gone off. You go. Yeah, you keep doing that, friend. It won't get you very far. We will slip away. There are a couple of boxes up here, so there might be some Mercies with our name on it. There we go. And then we should be able to make it across here. And a Nana as well. We can munch on that on the way home. Supplier looks as though they're going to be in the abandoned house. So we'll make our way to them. A few Cassidy guards in the way. But they're not the most alert of people. And can of course evade them by just spending most of the run outside of the fence. Didn't even have to unlock the door.
You look like you're in need of some hardware. If you got the cash, I got the product.
What product you got for me, miss? You have got a couple of guns that we can afford. We could get the AR Stealth and the SMG. And then we can pop one on our back. Take the briefcase with t'other. And we're 2 guns richer. It's been a most profitable day, really. With 4 perfect runs out of 4. You can't argue with that. And our prize, for finishing level 3, is another sniper rifle, the Sieger Advanced. Don't mind that at all. And we get our flash phone back. And it looks as though all of our briefcases are full. Wonderful. And where might we go for our final 6 levels? Do we want to do any of these selections of maps for our final level of the campaign? I'd rather not do Big Pharma in general. Espionage, what have we got here? At this point, we're going to get duplicates. This can't really be avoided, but we don't want to do eco-crimes. I'd rather not do the same syndicate type that I've already done. We definitely haven't done a haven yet. I quite like this selection of maps. This selection of maps is speaking to me, so let's go ahead and say yes to them, and we will be able to crack on with level 4 of the campaign next time. But until then, thanks for watching, friends.